Austin. I play drums.
My name's Lacey. I play bass and do vocals.
I'm Sarah. I play guitar and do vocals.
Clitter Critters is a female-fronted punk rock act from Jackson, Mississippi. They embody the riot girl subgenre of punk, which is characterized by female vocals, lyrics with feminist and anti-patriarchal attitudes, and shrill screaming. The message of riot girl subgenre is that women are oppressed in a patriarchal society, and the music is their weapon against oppression. If your band had a motto, what would it be?
Sometimes we will start the show by saying, "Shut the fuck up, women are talking." And I think that really kind of speaks to what the band is. It's like, oh, okay, you're a little bit scary.
It's fun to do. They're always like,
It's like, shut the fuck up, women are talking.
How did y'all form?
Clitter Critters formed probably in the 2007. Sarah and I were in a previous project called Lisbon Deaths, and so
I think it was 2011. I've looked too many years.
Oh my god!
It was 2011.
17.
Wow.
No. What the fuck? What is time?
We were in another band with another friend of ours, No Ma'am, and once we kind of went forward with different stuff, and we also in Lisbon Deaths, we like really wanted to write out some stuff that we had really been digging on, and that was just more, feminism point of view, but also more fun, taking ourselves less seriously. We've been
a band for 7 years, but in our previous projects we didn't get to do a lot of the writing, and that was a focus that we wanted to have. So that was part of why we wanted to start Clitter Critters.
When did you release your first work on Bandcamp? Bandcamp is an online music distribution platform popular among local and amateur musicians and bands. Bandcamp is even favored over other music streaming platforms by some local music acts because it allows the artist to charge a small fee of $1 or less so that the artist can support themselves, unlike other platforms like Spotify, which charges only a fraction of a cent for each stream. This way, the listener has to pay a one-time small price, and the artist actually benefits from their purchase.
There is a really crappy demo up on Bandcamp of a song called Tasty Yes.
It's a wonderful demo that we did, so it's awesome.
It was before
BC.
Yeah, BC, before COVID. But our more, what I would consider professionally recorded music came online August of last year, I think.
So Tasty Yes, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
So get into that. What does that mean?
So oftentimes Sarah and I will write songs or lyrics that are totally just random to start with, and that's kind of where the term Tasty Yes came from. It was after watching the show Broad City. We just started saying it, and then we wrote a song, but the words actually don't have any kind of meaning to the song in general.
I feel like all of the song titles are just like shit that we say all the time.
It is.
Yeah.
Part of Clitter Critters that's like, yes, there's some quote-unquote deep meanings to the songs, but everything is tongue-in-cheek and it's funny. Yeah. So like, while some subject matter has like a serious grounding to it, the songs themselves are supposed to be tongue-in-cheek.
Would you say your music is, like, it has a feminist message and it's kind of an outlet for you to, like, express yourself, but also it's just something lighthearted you do for fun?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Like, definitely, like, scoping dudes. Like, why can't we go out for a night on the town and have like gals night, scope whoever we want to scope, dudes, like, gals, whoever.
That person looks good. Like,
that person looks good, and like, maybe I want to be a misogynist for a second. Probably not, but you're not gonna get me just because I'm some thick queen. You can't just have me. I'm here scoping y'all out.
Right.
Right. You're like taking the power in the sexual situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. things that we make comments on have to deal with like what would be considered like male gaze theory, and flipping it, not saying it's female gaze theory, but saying like the complete opposite of a guy will go up to some chick and be like, oh, nice cans. Like, why can't I go up to a dude and be like, yo, you got a rad beard? And it kind of means the same thing, completely flipping the idea of guys being misogynist. And sometimes we get to be that way, but fully acknowledging
it's
the
acknowledging
facts.
the double standard of
Yes,
it, while
yeah.
like kind of, you know, fuck you, you've gotten to do it, I want to do it. And also like, Austin, would you be flattered if you know, somebody ran up to you in the bar and they were like, your beard is solid and it's like doing something for me.
For my lady parts.
I have had that happen, and it feels great.
It's great. There's a way to compliment people and to have a good time and to be loose and to be like, you know, exploratory and but you don't have to be, you know, like a predator creep about it.
Let's talk about scoping dudes and being hungover and having songs about what are we thinking about in the shower, and like I'm ordering a sub order and like break into sometimes a quasi-orgasmic like vocal at the end of a song. Like he's pretty comfortable with a lot of the weird stuff we like to just get into.
Your feminist message is like having like equal roles in a relationship, like where you get to take the shots and you get to like make commands as a woman.
It's maybe a little bit of a different meaning for everybody. There's obviously the overall feminist equality message, but it's like, why do those double standards make you so uncomfortable? Why is it that it like that you can expose yourself but like tits out makes you freak out or whatever, or like my scantily clad outfits are not what makes you come after me? Like you're doing it on your own.
That's how this band started, is like our voice and our opinion matters. Okay, we're not getting it here, we're gonna create it ourselves, and that's okay. And like I hope that like if people come and see Clitter Critters, they feel more agency to like just get out and do the thing, like just be ridiculous. Like
don't be afraid to be a ridiculous woman and like be aggressive or assertive or whatever, because we're very loud at shows and we get very theatrical, and every time we perform a song it's different, and how we do the vocals and how we feel. And like we have a lot of guys in particular that come up to us and say like, you're scary, and they mean it in a complimentary way, but it's like I will say the most common word I've heard from a guy talking about us is like, we are scared of y'all, we don't want to piss y'all off. And we're like, number one, you're goddamn right, and number two, this is just the inside of all of our minds all the time.
There's hardcore overtones to our music and punk, obviously punk overtones, and that means rage. And we have a lot of it.
Yeah, it's like a healthy outlet to not punch assholes around us. Instead, we just, you know, like
be
yell it out.
self-destructive.
Yeah.
If there is a story behind your band name, what is it? Or there might not be a story.
So initially I was toying around with the name Clitter Critters, because I was like, I can't commit to that. But then a friend of ours who has since passed away, he thought that I said Clitter Critters, and that was just a way better like band name. And I was like, we're just gonna do it. Like that's what the band is. We're Riot Girl like influenced. We like metal. We like hardcore. Like this name is in your face, and people are either gonna love it or hate it. And that seems to be the consensus with our band in general.
Do you hope your music will incite change in Jackson, or is Clitter Critters just a lighthearted side hustle?
like to think that we are lighthearted, but just because something is lighthearted doesn't mean it can't inspire change or inspire other people, like I said, to go out and do their own thing. It doesn't have to be play music. It could be like, I'm gonna go and like do spoken word poetry, or I'm gonna go and get a paintbrush and go and paint. Like, I hope people like see us and are like, if those broads are out there doing that and doing that craziness for other people, I can go and do my crazy shit for people.
While Jackson, Mississippi is not typically known for its punk rock scene, every city has a DIY music scene. In the context of music, DIY means experimental and shocking music performances that take place in unconventional and sometimes unauthorized places. Many of Jackson's punk rock and metal bands perform at local restaurants and venues, such as CS's, Urban Fox's, The End of All Music, Fondren Guitars, and many more. While they often go unnoticed, Jackson's punk rock bands like Clitter Critters are loudly rebelling against the status quo.